Hey guys, it's Carrie. I have a book tag to do today, but before I get into the details, I just want to say that I moved. As you can see, I'm in my new bedroom, and I've been living with my mom and dad for a while. But earlier this week I got my own place, and it's a smaller house, and it's doable and things. Um, and as you can see, I have my bookshelf over there, but I don't have I didn't bring all my books. I left the ones at home that I've already read, and I brought some of those over, and I brought all the ones I haven't read. So anytime I'm doing a book tag, it'll be a little awkward if it involves a book I've read and I don't have it. But I did bring some of them over. Um, I'm going to get into the details of the tag now. So this is the Unpopular Opinions book tag, and I already did this. I did it last April, and it's September now. Um, and I've seen it a lot more on BookTube. Everyone is doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag on BookTube, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm thinking of doing it again because I didn't like some of my other answers, and so I decided to do it again. I'm using some of the same ones. Um, I'm using some of the same answers, but I changed other ones. So my original video is down there in the description, and the book archer who created the tag her video is down there too, and all the questions are down there also. So let's get to it. So question one is, name a popular book or series you didn't like, and I'm saying Winger for this one because I read it, and honestly I did not actually finish it because I had less than 100 pages left. It's okay, so yeah, I had less than 100 pages left of the book, but I did not want to finish it. The character of Ryan Dean I wasn't liking his character, and I'll get into that later on with the tag because I'm going to use this book again. I just wasn't into the book anymore, and I thought, I don't want to keep reading this, so I just closed it, didn't put the bookmark back in it, and then I'll hang on to it. I'm gonna hang on to it, and maybe I'll get back to it. Maybe I'll have changed my feelings about it, but for now, I wasn't that into it. Question two is, name a book that everyone seems to hate but you love. And I have to show the picture for this one, but it's Seating Arrangements by Maggie Shipstead. And I don't really think a lot of people hate it, but I went to my Goodreads to see what all of my books that I've read had the lowest rating, and this one showed up. Um, and I really liked it. It was about a family, and it was about a wedding, and those are nice stories, um, but and I like stories like that involve weddings, and um, it was funny and it was sad, and I really loved some of the characters, and I don't really see why a lot of people couldn't have liked it, or why it wasn't as popular on Goodreads or anything, but I thought it was very, very good. Number three is a love triangle where the main character ended up with the character you didn't like, and then you liked the other one. And I'm saying I Heart New York by Lindsay Kelk, but I have the book I Heart Paris with me just to show you that that it's the same author and that this is a sequel to the book. Um, and this is going to be a spoiler alert, but Angela was dating Tyler, who was like very romantic, was showering her with gifts from Tiffany's and taking her out to really fancy dinners. And then there was Alex, who was a musician, and um, he was he was all right. He wasn't that like great looking. I didn't think he was well groomed. Um, and this is a spoiler alert in case you haven't read the book or this book. But she chose Alex, and in the sequel, Tyler's like way out of the picture. But in the sequel, she goes to Paris with Alex, and I'll put this down. So I like Tyler so much better because he was so romantic to her, and he was so rich. He was a banker, and I'd like to be Tyler, you know, shower my girlfriend with Tiffany's gifts, and yeah. So I didn't like that she ended up with Alex. Actually still have yet to get to this, honestly, um, but I will eventually. I was waiting so long because I to get over the whole Tyler Angela Alex thing. So number four is a genre you're not that into. And for me it's horror because I mean I like getting scared. I love getting scared. I love Halloween. I mean I love blood. I love blood and really weird scary things. And I know it's weird, but for horror I don't want to read or see movies where you know the director or all those people that made the horror things, they kind of have intentions for how we should be scared, and I'd rather get scared in my own way. I'd rather I love that jump of like fear you get like when someone startles you, um, but I don't want to be like continuously scared from a book or anything. This was like as if I was like covering my eyes or something like that. So yeah, I'd rather be scared in my own way. I don't want to be scared based on how certain people want me to be scared, you know. So I don't often read. I don't really like to read horror or see scary movies, but I do love some scary things. Just I love them in my own way. Number five is a popular character you didn't like, and I'm going back to Ryan Dean West from Winger because he was a complainer. And he did not stand up for himself. He wasn't really. He didn't defend himself. He just let people pick on him or beat him up, and he wasn't standing. Yes, he wasn't standing up for himself, and he was a whiner too. He was a complainer and a whiner, and I was getting annoyed by him. That's why I couldn't finish. That's why I didn't finish the book, because he just was he was like a pushover too. So it was because of his character why I didn't like the book. I'm sure I liked some of the supporting characters or maybe the story, but the character I didn't like him. Yeah. Number six is to name a author you can't seem to get into, and I'm saying Stephanie Perkins again because I've said Stephanie Perkins the last time I did this, and her books, which are I think they're titled Isla, Lola, and Anna, and I don't know who does what, and it's Lola and this, Isla and this, and they all seem like the same story, or not the same story, but the similar story and similar plot lines, and they and I've read enough of like romance-based teens books or young adult books. I've read enough romance-based young adult books, and to know that those are probably like similar plots to a lot of other ones. And she hasn't written any. Those are the only three things I can think of that wrote, and I don't really have any interest in look at them. But I do like young adult books. I just don't want to get into those three. So number seven is a popular book trope you don't like, and those are examples like love triangles and corruption and you know common themes of books. And for me, it's the death of good characters. Death of characters, but especially if they're good. And so I read a few fictional deaths where I didn't really grow attached to the characters, but other ones I did. And they just really bumped me out. I hate when I mean, no one likes to deal with death, but when it's fictional characters, you know, I especially just I want to like be mad at the author or something like that, or I want to close the book if there's still more chapters left, and I don't. It's just hard to deal with and get over, and I don't like when good characters die, and I just don't like. I don't like handling that in fiction. Um, it's just a major bummer. Just a major bummer. Number 8 is a series you don't want to get into. And I'm saying Game of Thrones. I mean, series, a lot of series I don't want to read, but Game of Thrones especially, because the TV show looks really good. I saw the first episode and I want to see more. But the books they're just thick. They're just so thick. And I have a thickness factor for books. If books are over like 600 or 700 pages, I don't want to read them. Even 400. I don't even want to read books that are even 400 pages long. Um, and they're so thick and so many stories and so long. And I mean, I really want to get into the show. I don't want to get into the books just because they would be so long. It would take a very long time to even get through one book, and I want to get into that fandom, just not through books. So the last one is number 9, and it's said that books are better than movies. But what movie did you like better than the book or show? But I don't watch a lot of shows that are based on books. For me, it's the movie Sideways. Because I saw that first. I saw that a few times before I read the book, and I really liked the book. I did, but the movie, even though it changed a lot of stuff about like description and what happened in certain scenes, movies do that to books. They change lots of stuff. And despite that, I love the movie, and I love how it's acted and how it's written, and I love the characters. And the book was really good, but the movie it's amazing. It's a really, really good movie. I love it. It's a great movie. And I love I like Paul Giamatti's performance, and I love all the performances, but Paul Giamatti especially, and probably because he wasn't nominated for an Oscar. But I just yeah I there's just so many good things about the movie, and while the book is really good, I do think the movie is kind of better. And I did see the movie first too, so I'll also add that into it. So that was the Unpopular Opinions book tag, which I did before. I wanted to change some of my answers, and some of them were the same, but others were different. Um, and it was created by the book Archer. And the last time I did it, I was actually tagged, and it was by Rachel Reeds. But I'll put my original video down there in the description, and the book Archer's video, and as well as the questions. So I hope you liked that, and I hope you subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.